So good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. So I got to talk about that greasy lip bitch, Donna Lemon. You might know her as Don Lemon, that unemployed tramp. Well, he went from CNN darling to on the streets report. He's now like the guy that they send out on a late night talk show to do the man on the street bit. So he's on the street. I don't know if it's New York City or whatever, probably. And he sees this black couple, and they probably look like in their 40s or early mid 40s maybe. So he knew, oh, black woman, black man, got them. They're going to say exactly what I want them to say. It reminds me of a story I have. I'm trying to tell you a story. I've told this before. But one time, this was around the second time Obama was going to be in office so it was 2012 because my daughter was born. I was with her. She was less than a year old. We're at the wharf in Monterey, and this white lady is down there. And now in Monterey, you have to understand that is where they make the blue-haired, Subaru driving, Trump hating, granola headed dirt fucker hippie liberal. That's where they make them. It's right down the road from Santa Cruz, dude. So she's selling Obama 2012 t-shirts, and she spots me from like 25 yards away. And I can see when she sees me, and when she does, she immediately takes the stack. She had a stack of t-shirts on her shoulder. She takes them down and starts thumbing through the stack looking for the size that she thinks I wear because it's 2012. Obama's running for re-election and I'm black. Slam dunk, right? Alley-oop, 360 windmill, double hand, boom, 10 from all the judges in the slam dunk contest, right? Wrong. So I get up to her and she's not even looking at me. She's so sure that she has a sale that she's not even making eye contact. She's still looking down, thumbing through the stack of t-shirts. And she says, "Are you going to vote for Obama?" Expecting me to say, "Oh, hell yeah, motherfucker," right? And I was like, "No, I'm voting for him." And she looks up at me like, "Roll Raggy?" Like her heart probably stopped. She's like, "What? No, you're not?" "No, I'm not. Why would I vote for him?" And she was like, well, I have these t-shirts. It's a picture of the first black person to cast a vote in America. I said, "Girl, if you don't get out of here with this shit, with your bigotry, with your racism, you just knew that I was going to buy one of those rags. And if I did, I'd cut it into strips, roll it up on my toilet paper roll, and wipe my ass with it, because that's all it's good for." So anyway, you have Donna Lemon, that greasy lip bitch, out on the street, and he just knows these two black people are going to agree with everything he says. And he asks, "Did you hear what happened to Charlie Kirk? What do you think about that?" And she proceeds to say, she's like, no one deserves that. No one deserves to be killed for their opinion. He was a good guy. And Don Lemon goes, "A good guy? Really?" She was like, "Yeah. He was a good guy, and he didn't deserve it." And he says, "Well, even though he said things about misogyny and black people," she was like, "Nah." She's, I'm not falling for that. He didn't deserve it. But he was a racist and he was a misogynist. Donna Lemon just knew. He kept baiting her. "Please take this bait. Please say something bad about Charlie Kirk. Please agree that he was a racist and a misogynist. And even if he was, and did he deserve to get a bullet in his neck in front of the world? No. But these aren't real. These are false accusations. These are lies." Now, have I ever seen every piece of video ever put out by Charlie Kirk? No. I imagine that would be a pretty small list. But have I seen a lot of clips about or clips of Charlie Kirk speaking? Have I seen some of his full episodes of his podcast and full speeches from TPUSA? Yes, I have. And I just didn't see it. You know why? Because it doesn't exist. He was not racist. He was not misogynistic. He was telling the truth. The DEI shit did get out of hand. Ketanji Brown Jackson is a fucking DEI hire. I know you're not supposed to speak about the exalted woman of color, the black woman. She's the cradle of life. She holds the whole world together and all that other bullshit. But that's all it is bullshit. He spoke the truth. America is fucked up. The black community has gone astray. DEI is a problem. The nuclear family, marry and have babies. When did this become so controversial? But to see Donna Lamone salivating, just waiting for that lady to take the bait and agree that, yeah, Charlie Kirk, he was racist, and what he wanted was a soundbite. He wanted that lady to go off talking about how misogynistic he was, and he was racist, and he deserved it, and he should have been shot, and black people shouldn't be crying, and all this other stupid shit. But he didn't get it. And at the end, he tells her, oh, you're so spiritual. And you could tell what he was saying was, oh, you're better than me, because I would have said he was a racist piece of shit. Now, nobody with any sense is out here saying that you can't have a negative opinion on Charlie Kirk, but to label him a racist, to label him a misogynist, that is just fucking stupid. That's a lie. Can we at least stick to the truth? Is that too much to ask? Can we base our conversations and our debates or disagreements in the truth? You know, water's wet, fire's hot, puppies are cute, cancer's bad. Can we start there? That's the kind of baseline we're looking for. And for you to sit there and say that he was racist is just not true. Did he say things that you may not found to be kind about black folks? Yeah. And? When did our skin get so thin? When did we become so sensitive? And it sucks to hear it, especially from somebody who's outside of your group, so to speak. It's almost like, oh, they noticed. This reminds me of a few years back. Shout out to Chad O. Jackson. Shout out to Brandon Tatum. I was at the premiere for Uncle Tom 2. Quick little story. I've told this before too, but it's been a while. Shout out to my man Craig Long, 45. Shout out to Oliver Mack. They were all there. And Oliver and I. That's right. Oliver and I, we get to in the theater first where they're going to show the movie. We sit down. You know, they have posters and stuff out there. So we had little flyers and stuff or whatever. You know, they always hand stuff like that out. So we had it and we were hanging out with Craig and his wife. Shout out to his lovely wife. And so we put our posters and stuff. I put my stuff in one seat. Oliver put his in the other to save the seat for Craig and his wife. Well, we look up and Larry Elder's in there with his girlfriend. And he goes, hey, and Larry Elder goes, hey, can we sit here? Maybe we should have said no. Actually, I take that back. We did. We said, oh, actually, we're saving them for our friends. And he goes, well, they're not here. Good point, Larry Elder. Now, should we have said, nah, man, they asked us to save their seat. You're going to have to find another seat. Should we have? Maybe, but we didn't. We decided to sit next to Larry Elder and his girlfriend during the premiere of this movie. And Craig and his wife came in. They were like, oh, what's up, man? We were like, Larry Elder, what are we supposed to do? He got it. He understood. Because how many of you can say you sat next to Larry Elder and watched a movie? But anyway, yeah, that was just a side story. But it reminded me of this because in Uncle Tom 2, it tells you the truth about Martin Luther King. And I remember I did a video about this. I felt so stupid. I felt so fooled. But one of the other things I noticed was in the movie, there are clips. Some of the clips are of young black folks, like in Chicago. You know, you put a camera in front of some young niggas from the hood, they're going to tell you everything. So they get out there, they're showing their guns. Oh, fuck that shit, blah, 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 east side, throwing up all these gang signs and just being real niggerish, right? And just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And I remember thinking, man, white people are in here seeing this. And it's hard to explain if you're not part of the group, you don't understand. But when you see nigglets like that acting that way, and it could be with any group, when you see a part of your racial group just acting ignorant and ghetto, you're almost embarrassed when you see other people notice it. And you see these black folks on the screen acting like this, acting like savages, speaking like uneducated morons. And you're just like, oh, shit. But that's what Donna Lamone, that greasy lip bitch, wanted. He wanted that lady to say, oh, shit, fuck Charlie Kirk. He was hoping for that. And he's over there talking about, oh, no, Black Lives Matter. I'm for black people in this country. No, you're not. You're part of the machine, you little piece of shit. You're part of their agenda. You're part of the progressives. You're the one who sat there and out of one side of your dick-loving mouth, you said that white men are the most dangerous group in this country. And that very same night, you went home and backed up your turd cutter to a white man. Meet me in the comments. Talk to me, Goose. I'm going to put a link to that video. Tell me what you think of it. Do you see what I saw? Do you see him trying to bait her into saying something fucked up about Charlie Kirk? Do you see him being disappointed when she didn't? But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.